Greetings, everyone. I'm Peter Stafford Wilson, music director of your Westerville Symphony, enjoying an early spring day here on my porch at our home in Westerville. Our upcoming concert by the orchestra will celebrate Earth Day with music and ancillary components that will pay tribute to this remarkable planet and the wonderful nature that surrounds us. The concert takes place at the Fritchie Theater in the Cowan Hall on the campus of Otterbein University. The date is Sunday, April 24th, the time 5 p.m. And please consider this my personal invitation to you to be a part of this exciting event. Opening the program will be the music of contemporary composer Libby Larsen. I've long been a fan of Libby and a champion of her music literally since, the 1980s. We were delighted to welcome her to Otterbein's campus recently, and she was able to spend a little time with the orchestra as we rehearsed her deep summer music. Now, I'm sure you'll enjoy this music as much as the orchestra and I have.
So, yes, it does. It's also interesting sitting behind the horns.
Time to leave.
You know, usually my ears are out in row 13, about 50 feet high, you know, because I'm listening for balance. So, you know, to sit in the midst here is really cool.
Well, we rehearsed deep summer music tonight, and, for almost sight reading. I mean, it was one step above. I think we're off to a good start, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. You know, listening to the piece just grow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Really just blossom and grow in the way that you work with the orchestra, and do really quite radical things like change a tempo or change a dynamic, but so smoothly.
Oh, well, thanks.
So smoothly. The orchestra just grow, the piece grows, the sound grows, and the emotion of the piece.
That was one thing I felt that we really kind of gelled after you told us a very charming, interesting story about how it was commissioned by a small town in,
right.
In Minnesota. How exciting is that? But its place on an Earth Day program, particularly one that challenges us to think about our environment and
Yes.
our planet.
Yes.
I think this piece fits beautifully.
Thank you. I'm in love with the earth.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah.
But we as musicians, have an extraordinary gift, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That we can bring our reverence and our love for the earth, into the emotions of our audiences.
That's very true.
Which music can do.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
Antonin Dvorak came to America in 1892, ostensibly to run an American conservatory of music. But his mission was also to establish an American school of compositional thought that would inspire future composers in their quest to define a unique sound in music. He succeeded brilliantly at that goal as he challenged composers to look within their own borders for inspiration. He championed the indigenous folk music of Native Americans, the music of African American culture, and the emerging sounds of jazz. The new World Symphony is a powerful example of that suggestion. Adrian Wired is a Seattle-based visual artist who combines photographic images with music in a spontaneous live event. For the new World Symphony, he has chosen incredible landscape imagery from throughout America, and it enhances this piece of music in a very unique way. Have a look at a short excerpt. Next on the program is a rather unique work, the Yellow River Concerto. This piece was written during the height of the Cultural Revolution in China and was actually composed by a collaborative effort of several composers, overseen by no less than Madame Mao Zedong. It was premiered in 1970 and was immediately very popular in China and literally around the globe. Based on a 1939 cantata of the same name, the Yellow River Concerto is a rather striking example of regime influence on artistic creativity. The piece is meant to represent the fighting spirit of the Chinese people. It juxtaposes the bright future of a new nation with the struggling past of the Yellow River, the second largest river in China. Now, the river itself has been impactful throughout history on the Chinese people as a resource of economic development, electric power, breathtaking beauty, and painfully serious neglect. Its place on this particular program, celebrating Earth Day, has a number of motivating factors. It reminds us of the need for care of our natural resources. It demonstrates government influence on artistic expression, and it demonstrates a unique era in composition, where glorifying an ideology was paramount over uncensored free thought. Performing the concerto with us will be the perennial Central Ohio favorite, Caroline Hong. Caroline and I have collaborated numerous times on programs over the past 30 years, and what a delight it was and is to make music together again. Meet Caroline Hong.
Hello, my name is Caroline Hong, and I'm pleased to be presenting the Yellow River Piano Concerto with the Westerville Symphony under the baton of Maestro Peter Stafford Wilson. Probably one of the most compelling reasons for me to play this concerto is not only because of the people with whom I will be collaborating, but because of the rich and soulful, deeply inspirational melodies that are found throughout this concerto. The title is associated with an actual body of water in China called the Yellow River, and so called because of the sand that gives the water a yellow hue. As with all forces of nature, water takes on many different forms, ranging from the ever peaceful to the ever turbulent. And you will hear all of that in the concerto.
So you're in for a real treat, a real feast for the senses. 3 distinctly differing works, each celebrating this glorious planet. all performed by the artists of the Westerville Symphony and their distinguished guests. Sunday, April 24, 5 p.m., Fritchie Theater at Cowan Hall at Otterbein. Tickets are available online at westervillesymphony.org or at the door on the afternoon of the performance. And look forward to exciting future events as well. Our final Masterworks program of the year will come in May. Our collaboration with Westerville Parks and Recreation Civic Theater production of The Sound of Music coming up in June. And our annual, very popular wine pairings event will happen in July this year. You won't want to miss a single golden moment with your Westerville Symphony. Now enjoy this spring, and we'll see you soon at the Westerville Symphony.